Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News 10 at 10, where we give you more news in less time. We start with some breaking news. Spokane County deputies say they shot a domestic violence suspect who they say was armed. KREM 2's Kyle Simchuk is live at the scene tonight with the very latest. And Kyle, what can you tell us?
Well, yeah, Mark, we've actually learned a lot just in the last half hour. The sheriff's office tells us this suspect was shot by at least one deputy. As he was being loaded into the ambulance, he was conscious and talking, but sheriff's office says he's still facing potentially life-threatening injuries and has been rushed off to the hospital. Now, take a look at this video from the scene we shot. The sheriff's office tells us they received a call around 6:30 p.m. tonight near the 1600 block of East 10th, so near 10th and Bradley here in Spokane Valley. That call was regarding a domestic violence complaint reporting a man trying to break into a house. The sheriff's office learned that the suspect was possibly armed with a gun and may have a warrant, a domestic violent warrant, out for his arrest. Shortly after deputies arrived on scene, the sheriff's office says they shot the man, and they also found what appears to be a firearm at the scene. Now, since deputies were involved, the sheriff's office is not going to be investigating this scene. They're relying on the SEER team, which is made up of Washington State Patrol, Spokane Police, and we've just learned that Washington State Patrol will be taking the lead on this investigation. A lot of police on scene. They expect to be on scene here for at least the next 4 to 6 hours. Deputies have not released the name of the man who was shot. Reporting live in Spokane Valley, Kyle Simchuk, KREM 2 News.
All right, Kyle, thank you very much. And one person is dead after a crash between a car and a motorcycle, according to the Spokane County Sheriff's Office. That crash happened at around 6 tonight in Deer Park on South of Mission Avenue and East Crawford Street. The area has been closed for several hours now. Deputies say the cause of the crash is still under investigation, but they did say speed is believed to be a factor. The driver was pronounced dead at the scene. This is a developing story. We will continue to bring you updates as we learn more. And new tonight, Spokane Valley City Council members took a step to crack down on so-called junk cars. Residents can be reported to code enforcement if they have more than one unlicensed or junk vehicle on their property, and it must be hidden by landscaping or fencing. The ordinance does not include vehicles being repaired or used for parts or junk cars parked in garages or commercial areas.
This is the biggest complaint we get from our citizens, barring none. I mean, this is the one we get dozens and dozens of complaints about. And of course, the concerns for the aquifer, partially, and also partially for safety with the kids that play around them.
Council members approved the ordinance unanimously tonight. Violators could face civil penalties. Also new tonight, take a look at this photo. Spokane police searching for an armed robbery suspect who was wearing a mask and a pink bunny costume. That robbery happened just after 5 last night on North Hamilton. The name of the business has not been released. Now the Major Crimes Unit is hoping someone might recognize the clothing or the mask. And if you do, you are urged to contact that email right there at the bottom of your screen. All right, let's talk weather. Major fog has moved in across the inland northwest tonight. Let's get straight to Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo to find out what we can expect in the hours and days to come. Jeremy?
Well, I think we're going to wake up to less fog tomorrow morning than what we are currently seeing, and that's all as our weather pattern changes. It is going to be a bit of a wet one tomorrow morning, but hear me out. Right now, fog, dropping visibility down to 1/4 mile out in Airway Heights and up in Deer Park, down across parts of the Palouse and in Coeur d'Alene. It is dense, to say the least. 3 miles here in downtown, but still a rather dense layer of fog. We've got showers lifting in from the south, and those are going to play a big role in that fog. I do think they eventually bring an end to it, but we get a little bit of rain along with it. We'll wake up to a light scattered shower activity by, I would say, the time you head out the door. It's pretty rainy and stays that way through the first half of the day. Eventually we get a cold front moving in, and by tomorrow afternoon that pushes most of that rain out and brings a little bit of snow to some lower elevations. Thankfully it doesn't come down too far. It's all rain here in Spokane. Snow levels stay about at 3,000 feet, so not too much to worry about there yet.
All right, sounds good, Jeremy. Thank you very much. Now to a developing story. A Whitman County judge ruled in favor of Washington State and Oregon State universities today in a lawsuit against the Pac-12, saying they will now operate as the governing board for the dissolving conference. This comes after 10 other schools said they are leaving back on August 1st. This is precisely what attorneys argued on today, saying departing members knew the consequences of sending notice of departure.
Parties are not allowed to just blatantly flip-flop on the meaning of contractual provisions just so they can have their cake and eat it too.
The judge ruled the other 10 schools must be treated fairly in any decisions the Pac-12 now makes. WSU President Kirk Schultz says he did not know what to expect from the court, but is ready to move forward in the future. And now to our night beat with a quick look at the day's top stories. Another section of the North Spokane corridor is set to open this week for the first time in 10 years. WashDOT will reopen a 1.5 mile stretch of highway between Freya Street and Wellesley Avenue in Hilliard. The Wellesley interchange will connect to the northern section of the freeway that drivers have already used for years now. Local, state, and federal officials will join WashDOT representatives for a ribbon-cutting ceremony coming up on Thursday. The Spokane Regional Health District has a new administrative officer after the position sat vacant for more than a year. Alicia Thompson was appointed during a special Board of Health meeting last week. Thompson has worked in healthcare for more than 25 years and graduated from Lewis and Clark High School here in Spokane. After her time in the National Guard, she attended Whitworth University as well as Eastern Washington. U.S. health officials are warning parents and doctors to be on the lookout for lead poisoning in children linked to tainted pouches of cinnamon applesauce here in Washington. Kids ages 1 to 3 were impacted, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The brands associated with the outbreak are Wana Banana Schnucks and Weiss. And that was your night beat. To learn more about any of these stories, just head to our website, KREM.com. Well, tonight we are hearing from Mayor Nadine Woodward just 24 hours after her concession to Lisa Brown. Election results show that Brown is on track to unseat the current mayor by a margin of nearly 3,000 votes. Mayor Woodward says it has been an honor to lead the city that she loves for the past 4 years. She says she and her administration have done great work while navigating the city through incredible challenges.
The global health pandemic, a summer of protests, our first riot, a housing crisis, unprecedented workforce shortages, inflation, and Camp Hope. I'm proud of the work that my team and I were able to do. We've created opportunities where there were challenges.
We reached out to Lisa Brown today. She said she was unable to speak with us today. Mayor Woodward says that she is focused on ensuring a smooth and informative transition of power as she leaves office. We also learned tonight who will be the Spokane City Council president. Candidate Kim Pleas conceded the race, congratulating Betsy Wilkerson on the win. Wilkerson will be the first woman ever elected to be Spokane City Council president. All results will officially be certified coming up on November 28th. In national news tonight, at least 6 people were killed, 15 others injured in a fiery crash between a charter bus and a semi-truck in Ohio. The bus was carrying 57 high school students. 3 teens on the bus were killed. They were on their way to perform at a conference in Columbus. One student said that she had to climb past other students to get out of the bus moments before it went up in flames.
It was a great relief being off the bus, but my mind kept going back to the kids that were on that bus that could not get off. And I just kept thinking to myself, if I wasn't able to get myself pulled out, I probably would have just burned up in that bus.
The National Transportation Safety Board is sending a team to investigate the crash. The conference that bus was heading to was canceled in light of the tragedy. In national news, it was a busy day on Capitol Hill today and tensions were certainly high. The U.S. House cleared a big hurdle toward avoiding a government shutdown. Also grabbing headlines, though, a Republican congressman accused former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy of assaulting him. And at a Senate hearing, an argument almost turned into a fistfight between a GOP senator and the president of the Teamsters Union.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Mark Wayne Mullen, a former mixed martial arts fighter, challenged Teamsters president Sean O'Brien, who'd been blasting him on social media, calling him a clown and a fraud. Vermont's Bernie Sanders had to step in and remind everyone to calm down. And that was your KREM 2 News 10 at 10, where you get more news in less time.